All right, guys, this is a video for visual delivery. So we talked a little bit in the last one about vocal delivery, about what that is, and about the 4 controllable elements of voice that you can use to create variances in your vocal delivery. This video is about visual delivery and changes in visual delivery, okay? So visual, obviously vocal, we were talking about voice and how the voice is used. Visual is going to refer to your body. As a performer, you are not only using your voice, you are also using your whole body to help communicate information about that character, about the scene, about the situations, and create meaning for your audience. All right, so visual delivery is just as important. There are 3 major things that we're going to talk about when it comes to visual delivery, and those are gestures, movement, and posture. And I'm actually going to do those in a different order. I should have ordered that. Anyway, so we're going to start with posture. Let me give you an example without scraping the chair too badly. Sorry. Loud noise. Okay. So posture. You might have heard anybody in your life talk to you about posture before. They may have said things like, your posture's horrible. Or they might have said something like, stand up straight, have better posture, right? Posture is how you carry yourself, how you stand. And it makes a huge difference in character development. Here are some extreme examples. If I stand with rounded shoulders and I tend to look down, as you can see from profile a little bit better, this looks kind of sad and droopy, right? And someone who stands kind of droopy with their knees tucked in and their shoulders down, seems like less confident and kind of into themselves, right? Crossing my arms and standing kind of leaned back like this creates that sense of like, I don't care, I don't like you, I don't want to be here, anger, frustration, whatever, right? But that is another thing, kind of extreme, choice that can be used for posture. Standing up straight, shoulders back, right? This is usually taken as a sign of confidence, or maybe happiness or lightness, feeling good, right? That type of thing. So your posture, how you stand, how you carry yourself can make a huge difference. Or sit. I dragged the chair over so I could show you sitting postures, and that did not work out. But that's okay. Posture. Next one is gestures, right? A lot of people, especially from up north, will talk with their hands. A lot of Italians, right, talk with their hands a lot. Gestures, not just the obscene ones, can be used to help communicate the action of the play as well, right? So for example, maybe there's a scene where you're coming on and another character's coming on and he's mad at you, but you don't know that yet, right? So the two of you walk in toward each other, and the one of you who doesn't know that the other one's angry goes up, hey bro, for a high five, right? And then the other person, maybe they decide to ignore that high five, stick their hand down and step back. That gesture of the high five and the lack of meeting it is a great example of using gesture to try to establish character, establish situations, establish meaning in the scene, right? And it is absolutely necessary to include that in your performance. How are we going to do that when it's just me, miss? Well, there are lots of other gestures that you can use that are just single person gestures, right? When we are sad, a lot of times maybe we touch our face, or we lean on our hand, or we touch our hair, or maybe we hold our hands up to the sky. Why? Why is this like this, right? There are lots of things. Gestures usually happen with your hands, everything above the waist, right? And those are things that we can use to help communicate what's going on. So when you are planning for your performance, you want to pay attention to your posture. You want to pay attention to gestures. How am I using my hands? And if I'm not using my hands, if there's a part of the scene where like this character does not talk with their hands a lot, they shouldn't be moving that much, then I need to get that self-control where my hands stay still, right? Which can also be very difficult. And then finally, movement. And the high five example is another great example of incorporating movement. When you are working on your monologue, you are going to look for places where you are not just sitting, or you're not, hitting chords and stuff, not just standing, right? You're going to look for places where you can change levels, maybe go from sitting to standing. Maybe you walk across, you're pacing. Maybe there are moments that something in that scene causes you to feel the need to move, and you should move in those moments. All right, we're going to dive deeper into that, of course, when we get there, but just as a basic start off, that's your visual delivery. So quick recap, when you're working with visual delivery, you're looking at how the performer like the things that you can see on stage in the performance, all the choices that are made for movement, for gesture, and for posture by the actor. So those are the three things you can control, the three things you're going to consider when you're planning for performance: posture, movement, and gesture.